pastime of Gajendra. And then we just began chapter 5, wherein we saw that how, just like during first Manvantara, the Manvantara Avatara was Lord Yajna, who protected Swayambhu Manu from the Rakshasas. And during the fourth Manvantara, the Manvantara Avatara was Lord Hari, who protected Gajendra from the attack of crocodile. And then during the fifth Manvantara, the Manvantara Avatara was Lord Vaikunta. And after marriage with Mother Lakshmi, for her pleasure, he manifested a Vaikuntha Loka, which is located just above Satyaloka. We saw that. And then during the sixth Manvantara, the Manvantara Avatara is Lord Ajita, who assisted the Devatas and Asuras in churning the milk ocean and extracting the nectar. So, hearing this, Parikshit Maharaj is asking a question. I just want to know all these things in detail. Please tell me. O great Brahmana, why did Lord Vishnu churn the ocean of milk? For what reason did he hold up Mandara mountain by his form as Kurma? How did the Devatas obtain the nectar and what other things were produced from the churning of the ocean? Kindly describe all these wonderful activities of the Supreme Lord. My heart, long disturbed by the three miserable conditions of material life, is not yet satiated with hearing you describe the glorious activities of the Supreme Lord, who is the master of the devotees. So don't describe things briefly. Please describe elaborately. I want to hear more and more. If you don't allow me to hear more and more, I will never be satiated of hearing. I have 7 days to go. I want to hear continuously without any interruption the wonderful pastimes of the Lord in his various incarnations in great detail. So please speak elaborately about the pastimes of Lord Ajita, the churning of the milk ocean. This was the request of Parikshit Maharaj, for which now Srila Sukadeva Goswami will describe the entire Samudra Manthan episode. So from chapter 5 all the way up to chapter 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 chapters elaborately describe the pastime of the Samudra Manthan, which took place during the 6th Manvantara, that is Chakshusha Manvantara. Because he is the Manvantara Avatara for the Chakshusha Manvantara period. So in that way, we have to understand this entire event. So today we'll begin starting from text number 14 onwards, how this entire pastime will unfold. Hare Krishna. Sri Suta Uvacha Samprushto Bhagavanevam
Samprushto Bhagavaneya
Dvaipayana Suto Dvija
Dvaipayan Suto Dvaja
Abhinandya Harirviryam
Abhinandya Hare Viryam
Abhyachestum Prachakrame.
Abhyas Justum Parachakrame. Translation. Sri Sutta Goswami said, O learned Brahmanas, assembled here at Naimisharanya, when Sukadeva Goswami, the son of the Vayapayan, was thus questioned by the king, he congratulated the king and then endeavored to describe further the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So here, Suta Goswami is telling what is the response of Sukadeva Goswami hearing the inquiry of Parikshit Maharaj. Suta Goswami is telling, O learned Brahmanas, O sages of Naimisharanya, when Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Dvaipayana Vyasa, was thus questioned by the king Parikshit, with great joy began to describe further the glories of the Supreme Lord. Then he began to talk about the Samudra Manthan episode in great detail. Sukadeva Goswami is responding now. Sri Shuka Uvacha
Sri Shuka Uvacha
Yada Yuddhe Shurer Deva
यदा युद्धे सुरैर्देवा
हद्यमानासितायुधैः
बध्यमानासितायुधैः
घतासवो निपतिता
गतासवो निपतिता
नोत्तिष्ठेरन् स्म भूरिशः।
नोत्तिष्ठेरन् स्म भूरिशः
यदा दुर्वासशापेन
यदा शापेन
सेन्द्रालोकास्त्रयो नृपा
तेन्द्रालोकास्त्रयो नृपाम्
निःश्रीकाश्चाबवं तस्त्र
निःश्रिकाश्चाभवंस्तत्र
नेषुर्इज्जादयः क्रिया।
नेषुर्इज्जादयक्रियः. Shukadev Goswami said, when the Asuras with their serpent weapons severely attacked the demigods in a fight, many of the demigods fell and lost their lives. Indeed, they could not be revived. At that time, O king, the demigods had been cursed by Durvas Muni. The three worlds were poverty stricken, and therefore ritualistic ceremonies could not be performed. The effects of this were very serious.
Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, when the Devatas attacked by demons with their serpent weapons in battle, fell down almost dead and could not get up. After the Devatas had been cursed by the Durvasa Muni and the three worlds had lost their prosperity, ritualistic ceremonies such as sacrifices could not be performed. So, at one point of time, the Devatas were very easily defeated by Asuras. The reason was Durvasa cursed the Devatas to lose their prosperity. So, not only Devatas, the three lokas were cursed to lose their prosperity. When the Asuras come into rule, everyone will lose their prosperity. So, Durvasa Muni cursed. As a result of that, the three worlds lost their prosperity and they were not able to perform any yajnas, dana, tapa, all these things. As a result of that, the Devatas became weak. As a result of that, Asuras had upper hand and they easily defeated the Devatas and sat on the throne of Indra. So like that, they were defeated. The reason was Durvasa's curse. Why Durvasa Muni cursed? Though Bhagavatam does not get into details, our acharyas explain what is the reason. The Devatas could not be brought back to life. They had been defeated because they were cursed by Durvasa. Durvasa, why Durvasa cursed Devatas? Durvasa once saw Indra going on the road and gave him the garland from his neck. So Durvasa Muni was traveling and he saw on the way Indra. Then Durvasa Muni gave his own garland from taking out it from his neck and gave it to Indra. Out of pride, Indra did not respect the garland and threw it on Airavata's head. So Indra took Durvasa Muni directly garland on the neck of Indra, but Indra took it out and gave it to elephant. So maybe some intention or something like that, or maybe thinking that why this Bikari is giving me a garland? What is this? I have a most opulent garland like that. I'm Swarga, head of the Swarga, something like that. He might have thought. So he gave it to Airavata. He put it on the head of Airavata. Being an animal, Airavata angrily threw the garland on the ground and squashed it with his feet. So because when Indra put the garland on the head of Airavata, Airavata felt some itching or something like that. With his trunk, he took it and threw it on the ground. And while walking, the elephant stepped on the garland. Seeing that, Durvasa became very angry and cursed. You, along with the three worlds, will lose your prosperity. Because Indra did not respect the garland given by Durvasa Muni, so Durvasa Muni became very angry and said that you are so puppet of, you are so angry because uh, so proud because of your position and your opulences. I'll curse you that you will become bereft of all your position and appliances. So like that, Durvasana Nikarsan left from there. The result of that curse is the Devatas got defeated by Asuras very easily, not much endeavor, and their bodily limbs are mutilated, broken, injured, and some of them are almost dead. That is the situation. Now, the Devatas will go to Brahma asking for some solution how to come out of this problem. Because he already made a mistake as a result of that whole world is suffering. Because king made a mistake. King made mistake means the whole country made the mistake. Here in the case of Indra, he is the king of the entire universe. So the whole universe made mistake. If king makes mistake, the universe made mistake. The universe is put into trouble. Bhuloka, Borloka, Sarvaloka, three lokas are put into trouble because Asuras came to power. So like that. Nishamyaita Suragana
Nishamyate Suragana
Mahendra Varunadaya
Mahindra Varunadaya
Nadyagachan Swayam Mantrair
Nadyagachan Swayam Mantra
Mantrayanto Vinishchitam
Mantrayanto Vinishchitam
Tato Brahma Sabham Jagmur
Tato Brahma Sabhaj Jagmur
Meror Murdani Sarvashaha
Mero Murdhani Sarvasha
Sarvam Vijnapayam Chakruhu
Sarva Vijnanapaya Chakruhu
Pranataha Parameshtine.
Pranataha Parameshtani. Translation. Lord Indra, Varuna, and other demigods, seeing their lives in such a state, consulted among themselves, but they could not find any solution. Then all the demigods assembled and went together to the peak of the Sumeru mountain. There, in the assembly of Lord Brahma, they fell down to offer Lord Brahma their obeisances, and then they informed him of all the incidents that had taken place.
Indra, Varuna, and other devatas, seeing their lives in such a state, consulted among themselves but could not find any solution. Then they went to the assembly of Lord Brahma on the peak of Sumeru mountain. Jagmur Meror Murdani Sarvasha. So, offering respects, they informed Brahma of everything. Looks like Brahma came down to Bhumandala. He had conducted a meeting on the top of Meru. So, that is where our Indra and other devatas went and petitioned. See, this is the problem happened. Now we are defeated by the Asuras. We lost the position. The Asuras are sitting on the throne of heaven. That's what they reported to Brahma. साविलोकेन्द्रवायुयादीन्
Kavilokendravayav
निःसत्त्वान् विगतप्रभा
Nisatvan Vigata Prabhan
लोकानमङ्गलप्रायान्
Lokan Amangala Prayan
असुरान् यथा विदुः अयथा विदुः
Asuran Ayatha Vibhuhu
समाहितेन मनसा
Samahitena Manasa
संस्मरन् पुरुषं परम्
Samsmaran Purusham Param
उवाचोत्पुल्लवदनो
Uvachot Pullavadano
देवान् स भगवान् परः
Devan Sa Bhagavan Paraham. Upon seeing that the demigods were bereft of all influence and strength, and that the three worlds were consequently devoid of auspiciousness, And upon seeing that the demigods were in an awkward position, whereas all the demons were flourishing, Lord Brahma, who is above all the demigods and who is most powerful, concentrated his mind on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, being encouraged, he became bright faced and spoke to the demigods as follows.
Hmm. Upon seeing that the Devatas were bereft of all influence and strength, that the three worlds were devoid of auspiciousness, and that the demons were flourishing, powerful Brahma, who was superior to the Devatas, concentrated his mind on the Supreme Lord and then spoke with a joyful countenance. So, listening to the problem, he meditated on the Lord and then he began to speak. Brahma saw that the demons were opposite of what they should be. They had more power. So basically, now generally the demons' power are little less than that of Devata. That's why Devatas are always sitting on the throne. But now it is opposite. Because of Durvasa Muni's curse, the Devatas' power diminished to zero and Asura's power became stronger. So Devatas cannot stand in front of the Asuras. So he understood he also cannot offer any solution, but he spoke something very interesting that let us go to Vishnu and ask for his solution. That's what Brahma will take everyone to Lord Vishnu. Ayam bhavo yamato suradayo
I am Baru Yum Yat Atho Shiradayo
manushya tiryag drumagharmat jatayah
Manushya Triyada Gurna Brahmya Jaya Jaya
yasyavataram shakala visarjita
Yasya Vataram Sakala Visarjita
Urajama sarve sharanam tamavyayam.
Vrajana Sarve Saranam Tam Avyayam. Translation. Lord Brahma said, I, Lord Shiva, all of you demigods, the living entities born of respiration, the living beings born of egg, the trees and plants sprouting from the earth, and the living entities born from embryos, all come from Supreme Lord, from his incarnation of Rajoguna, Lord Brahma, the Guna Avatara, and from the great rishis who are part of me. Let us therefore go to the Supreme Lord and take shelter of him,
Hmm.
of
Brahma
his
said,
lotus feet.
we will take shelter of the Lord, from whom I, Lord Shiva, all of you Devatas, the demons, the humans, the animals, the plants, and all the other different variety of living entities born of perspiration have been created through his Purusha Avatara expansions. Purusha Avatara and his expansions as Brahma and Shiva, and secondary expansions Marichi and others. So Brahma is telling that so everything has been created by him, only he can give us the solution. Manushya Tiryak Druma Gharma Jataya. Basically, who are all there? Brahma, Shiva, and all you Devatas and Asuras, human beings, animals, plants, and then those living entities born from the perspiration Garma. So, all these living entities have been created by Yasya Avatara Amsha Kala Visarjita. Yasya Avatara through Lord's Purusha Avataras. Amsha, their expansions such as Brahma and Shiva. And Kala, the secondary expansions such as Marichi and other Prajapatis. All these people put together are creating, maintaining the universe and annihilating also. They are doing everything. So the Supreme Lord is the source of all these people. So you know the solution. Garma Jataya means entities born of perspiration. The Purusha Avatara creates me, Brahma and Shiva, who are Amsha. So, Yasya Avatara Amsha. The Purusha Avataras are the expansions of Lord Krishna, and the expansions of Purusha Avataras are Brahma and Shiva, Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From Garbhodaksha Vishnu comes Kshirodaksha Vishnu, and also from Garbhodaksha Vishnu comes the lotus flower, on top of which appears Brahma, and from Brahma's Brukuti appears Lord Shiva. So Brahma and Shiva appeared from Lord Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and also Kshirodaksha Vishnu. The three of them come from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He is an expansion of Karnadaksha Vishnu, who is an expansion of Lord Krishna. So in that way it is said. So Yasya Avatara, Lord Krishna's Avatara is Karnadaksha Vishnu and then Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Garbhodaksha Vishnu Samsha, his expansions are Kshirodaksha Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva, and then Brahma's expansions are Kala. Kala means Brahma's expansions are Marichi and other Prajapatis. We carry out various creations. I create Marichi and others. Marichi and others create others as their sons and grandsons, including the demons. All these Prajapatis have created all these different variety of living entities. You Devatas, Asuras, Manushas, the animals, plants, and also insects, reptiles, all these living entities are created by Prajapatis. So this is how he is kind of giving the all of us were relationship with the Supreme Lord. So like that. Yes, Mataji. Somebody want to say something in between? Okay. न यस्य वद्यो न च रक्षणीयो
न यस्य वध्यो न च रक्षणीयो
नोपेक्षणीयादरणादरणीयपक्षः
नोपेक्षणीयादरणीयपक्षः
तथापि सर्गस्थितिसंयमार्तम्
तथापि सर्गस्थितिसंयमार्थम्
धत्ते रजसत्त्वतमास्मि काले
धत्ते रजसत्त्वतमांस्मि काले. For the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no one to be killed, no one to be protected, no one to be neglected, and no one to be worshipped. Nonetheless, for the sake of creation, maintenance, and annihilation, according to time, he accepts different forms as incarnations, either in the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, or the mode of ignorance.
he does not kill, protect, ignore, or favor anybody. So Lord the Paramatma is equal to everyone. Samoham Sarvabhuteshu. Thus, personally, for his own personal ambitions, he does not kill anybody, he does not protect anybody, he does not ignore anybody, he does not favor anybody. However, he accepts Rajoguna, Sattvaguna, and Tamoguna at the proper time in order to create, maintain, and destroy. For creation, he accepts Rajoguna. For maintenance, he accepts Sattvaguna. For destruction, he accepts Tamoguna, need of the hour. The Lord is equal to all in all cases. Well, if no one is supposed to be killed, then why do we see killing? So then, if Lord Vishnu does not kill anybody, we being expansion of Lord Vishnu are also not supposed to kill anybody. But we see a lot of violence keep happening always. Then he says that Lord takes Rajoguna for creation and Tamoguna for destruction. So because of Rajoguna, there is a creation always. Because of Tamoguna, there is because of Rajoguna, there is creation always, and because of Tamoguna, there is destruction always. Because Lord has the three gunas, based on the acceptance of the guna, the corresponding activities are happening. But Lord, in his transcendental position, he is equal to everyone. That's how it is understood. This means that the Lord accepts the three modes in the sense that he is non-different from his energies. By tamas, sattva, and rajas, he destroys, protects, and disregards the living entities. This, so basically, with the help of these three modes, Lord accomplishes all the activities such as creation, maintenance, and annihilation within the universe. But in a transcendental situation, Lord is impartial to everyone and everything. That is Lord's transcendental nature. So basically, Brahma is telling that Lord's connection with the universe, and then how Lord is performing all the activities with the help of these three modes. So Lord's further activities of Supreme Lord are mentioned. Then Lord accepts the three modes for the purpose of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. So when Lord accepts Rajoguna for the purpose of creation, Lord only expands as Brahma. When Lord accepts Sattva-guna for maintenance, he expands as Kshirodaksha Vishnu. When Lord accepts Tamoguna for destruction, he expands himself as Lord Shiva. So like that. Ayam chatasya sthitipalna palanakshanaha
अयं च तस्य स्थितिपालं रक्षण
Sattvam jushanasya bhavaya dehinam
सत्वं जुषानस्य भव देहिनां
तस्माद्व्रजामा शरणं जगद्गुरुम्
तस्मात् व्रजाचं शरणं जगद्गुरु
स्वानां सनोदिश स्वानां सनोदास्यति संसुरप्रिया
स्वानां सनो दास्यति सा सुरा प्रिय. Now is the time to invoke the mode of goodness of the living entities who have accepted material bodies. The mode of goodness is meant to establish the Supreme Lord's rule, which will maintain the existence of the creation. Therefore, this is the opportune moment to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is naturally very kind and dear to the demigods. He will certainly bestow good fortune upon us.
Hmm. It is now the time for the Lord who accepts sattva to protect proper conduct for the welfare of the living entities. Therefore, we should take shelter of the Guru of the entire universe, Vishwa Guru. Being affection to the Devatas, he will give prosperity to us, his devotees. So now, Brahmaji is telling that for the purpose of creation, Lord accepts Rajoguna. For annihilation, he accepts Tamoguna. For maintenance, he accepts Satoguna. So this is the time of maintenance. Don't worry. Even though you are defeated by the Asuras, it is not the time of destruction. It's still the time of maintenance. So Lord is currently accepting Sattva-guna only. Let us go and pray to him. He will bring things to the order. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyutthanamधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय तुष्टां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि yuge yuge. So he will re-establish the principles of dharma. Don't worry. It is still the time of the maintenance only. It is not the time of annihilation. Somehow he is giving a hope and he is telling Devatas by giving a surety that don't worry, Lord is the Lord of the maintenance. He will maintain all of us. Don't worry, like that. But now is not the time for destruction. Now is the time for protection of proper conduct. Accepting sattva, the Supreme Lord should be affectionate to the Devatas. So don't worry. Lord now supposed to take care of the living entities is still accepting mode of goodness only. It is not the time for destruction. There is no much harm from the asuras. Don't worry. Lord will do the needful. Like that, Brahma gave some encouragement, some hope, some surety. Like that. Anyone has any questions till now?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
No,
Okay.
Prabhuji, thank you.
No, Prabhuji.
Correct. इति अभ्यास सुरान् वेद
इति आभाष्य सुरान् वेदाः
सह देवैररिन्दमा
सह देवैररिन्दमाम्
अजितस्य पदं साक्षात्
अजितस्य पदं साक्षात्
जगामा तमसा परम्.
जगाम तमसा परम्. O Maharaj Parikshit, subduer of all enemies, after Lord Brahma finished speaking to the demigods, he took them with him to the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is beyond this material world. The Lord's abode is on an island called Shvetadvipa, which is situated in the ocean of milk.
So, इति आभास सुरान् वेदः सह देवैर अरिन्दमा अजितस्य padam sakshat jagama tamasa param. Sukadeva Goswami said, O subduer of all the enemies, after Lord Brahma finished speaking to the Devatas, he went with all the Devatas to the abode of Lord Ajita, which is beyond the influence of Prakriti. So wherever Lord Ajita is currently staying, that is where Lord Brahma took all the Devatas who are assembled now along with Brahma on the top of Mount Meru. So Brahma said, now it is the time of maintenance only. Lord definitely will help us. The Lord of the Manvantara is Lord Ajita for the sixth Manvantara. He will he will settle the subject matter. He will settle the difficulties right now. Let us go to him. Last chapter we discussed, for every Manvantara, the Manvantara Avatara resides in this Mahavaikuntha, which is located just above Satyaloka. Up to Satyaloka, it is part of the universe, which are under the influence of three modes of material nature. And Vaikuntha is the abode of Lord Vishnu, which is supposed to be beyond the influence of three modes. That's why it is said Tamasa Param. Though it is in the inside the universe, but it is beyond the influence of the three modes of the universe. So above Satyaloka, the Mahavaikuntha, which is the abode of Manvantara, is there. That is where Lord Brahma took all the Devatas too. So, like that. So, Srila Prabhupada writes, so whether Lord has taken to Manvantara Avatara or not, we don't know, but that's what we have understood based on the previous description. And here Prabhupada writes that Lord has taken to the Shwetadeepa, which is in the milk ocean. So, in one sense, wherever Lord is there, that Vaikuntha abode, there is Shwetadeepa and also Kshetrasagara. So in that Kshetrasagara, there is one island, Shwetadeepa. In that island, Lord is residing. So that is also we can understand. Tatra drushta sarupaya
Tatraadishta Sarupaya
Shruta purvaya vai prabhu
Sutta Purvaya Vai Prabhu
Stutim Stutim abhruta daivibhir
Sutim Abhuta Dai
Ghirbistu avahitendriyaha.
Garbhistha Avyahitindriya. Translation. There at Shvetadu, Lord Brahma offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though he had never seen the Supreme Lord, simply because Lord Brahma had heard about the Supreme Personality of Godhead from the Vedic literatures. With a fixed mind, he offered the Lord prayers as written or approval by Vedic literature.
Though Brahma had gone there along with all devatas, but Brahma was not able to see the Lord directly at this point of time. Still, in order to get the mercy of the Lord, in order to bring to the notice of the Lord about the problem that is happening here, that devatas are dethroned and asuras are sitting on the throne. So Brahma and all other devatas together began to sing the glories of the Lord or offer prayers. There Brahma with a fixed mind offered prayers unto the Supreme Lord, who could not be seen. but was previously described using words of the Vedas. Like the prayers such as the Purusha Sukta prayers, they began to glorify the Supreme Lord, uh, whose glories they are continuously hearing. Though they are not seeing the Lord right now, but they know about the Lord. They used to hear about the Lord always. Whatever they have heard, they kind of brought them together and then began to offer prayers from the Vedic literatures, such as Purusha Sukta prayers, etc. Though the Lord was present, he could not be seen except by his will. Abruta means he did. Daivibhi means by verses like Purusha Sukta from the Vedas. So now, starting from text number 26 to 50, almost till the end of this chapter, the prayers offered by Devatas only there. Then at the end of this chapter, Lord appears. Then there is a description about the Lord's transcendental form, Lord in beauty. Then again, since Lord appeared again, the Devatas offer prayers. Then they express what is their difficulty, what is the problem. Then they request Lord to do to bring some solution to this current problem. That's how
Hare
the chapter goes on.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you talked
Eh,
about these prayers being offered by Brahma. So,
Brahma and other Devatas all put together.
what is that prayer called?
Matlab, the Vedic prayers only, prayers such as Purusha Sukta prayers, general prayers only, they seem to be like Purusha Sukta prayers. Like any
Okay.
avatara, whenever they had darshan of the Lord, they offer prayers. So like that, here Brahma and other Devatas are also offering prayers in the glorification of Supreme Lord. Before Lord appeared only.
And we call it
Otherwise,
as a
Dhruva and all,
mercy.
we saw that they perform tapasya to get the mercy of the Lord, to get darshan of the Lord. Now Brahma and all, to get the darshan of the Lord, they are offering prayers. That's how we have to understand.
Thank you.
And these prayers are somewhat like Purusha prayers, like that something is given. So long prayers, text number 26 to 50, about 25 verses are there. Let us try to discuss. Sri Brahmo Vacha
Shri Brahmo Uvacha
Avikriyam Satyamanantamadyam
Avikriyam Satyamanantamadyam
Guhashayam Nishkalamapratarkyam
Guhashayam Nishkalamapratarkyam
Manograyanam Vachasa Niruktam
Manograyanam Vachasa Niruktam
नमामहे देववरं वरेण्यम्
Namamahe Devavaram Varenyam. Lord Brahma said, O Supreme Lord, O changeless, unlimited Supreme Truth, you are the origin of everything. Being all pervading, you are in everyone's heart and also in the atom. You have no material qualities. Indeed, you are inconceivable. The mind cannot catch you by speculation, and words fail to describe you. You are the supreme master of everyone, and therefore you are worshipable for everyone. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you.
Hmm. The first prayer, Lord Brahma, headed by all the Devatas, is saying, we offer respects to the unlimited, Ananta, unchanging, Avyakta, the Lord who is real, Satyam, the first cause, Adyam, and who is invisible like a person hiding in a cave, Guhashayam. So Lord is currently invisible, just like a person is hiding within a cave. Who is without parts, Nishkalam, without divisions. Who is inconceivable, Apak, Apratarkyam. So from Tarka, with the help of Tarka, logic and reasoning, we cannot understand about him. That's why he is called inconceivable, Achintya. Who is beyond the mind and speech, Mano, Agra, Agrayanam, Vachasa Niruktam. By the thought process of the mind, by the words of the mouth, we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. We cannot come to the conclusion of the Supreme Lord. So that means The Supreme Lord's knowledge, nature of the Supreme Lord is beyond the thought process of the mind and beyond the ability of the words spoken by the mouth. Who is the best of the Devatas? Devavaram, and the most worthy of praise, Varenyam. So different attributes of Supreme Lord. In one verse only, so many attributes of Supreme Lord are mentioned. O Lord, we are unable to meditate on you or praise you. Therefore, we simply offer namaskar or respects. Mano Agrayanam means that he does not, that he goes in front of the mind. So like Ishopanishad Visena, Anejadekam Manaso Javiya Naita Deva Naina Devapnuvan Purvamasrarshad Taddavatonyam Atteti Tishtat Tasmin Apo Matarishva Dadati. There it is said that the Lord is without fear, supreme, faster than the mind. The senses cannot reach him. He has gone far in front. Standing in one place, he surpasses all others who move quickly. Vayu offers the actions of the living entities to Supreme Lord. This is Ishopanishad, mantra number 4. Basically, he is faster than everyone. Our words, our actions, our mind cannot reach him. He is beyond the words and actions and thoughts of human beings. That is the nature of the Supreme Lord. Atarkalingam. So in that way. He cannot be defined by the words. Shruti says, Yad vacha na abhyuditam yena vag abhyudaye. Abhyudate. The Lord is not expressed by words, and by him words take their meaning. Actually, in one sense, we cannot describe the Lord with our words. We can only describe the comparison of Lord's personality in relation to things of this world. We say that Lord's face is like the lotus, Lord's navel is like the lotus, Lord's hands and feet are like lotus. It's like that. And Lord wears the Pitambara clothes like that of molten gold. Lord's complexion is like that of newly monsoon cloud. So like that. Lord's eyes are like the Kamala Patraksha, the lotus petals. So Lord's curly hairs are like the swamps of the bee, like honeybee, etc., honeycomb, honeybee, etc. So something like that. In order to describe the Lord, we take the help of the matter. By describing the matter, we try to express the beauty of the Lord. But our words cannot describe the Lord's beauty or Lord's form directly. We can only describe by describing the matter. So like that. Because our minds and words are material and you are beyond matter, we cannot approach you with our minds and words. That form beyond matter is described. Because Lord's form is beyond matter, the words which are within the matter cannot describe the Supreme Lord. It is devoid of transformation, whereas the guna's nature is transformation. In the material world, everything is constantly transforming. We have taken birth, we grow, give byproducts, stay for a while, dwindle, and die. We go through 6 transformations. Continuously, there is transformation is happening within us. But in the case of Lord, no such transformation is happening. He is Sanatan, eternal, like that only. But though you are beyond mind and words, you are not unreal. You are actually real. You are perfectly real. Something one may say that. No, whatever is seen by us, whatever is in front of us, they are real because they are existing. So something which words cannot describe, the mind cannot think. How can that be real? No. He is the Paramasatya, the supreme truth. If the matter itself is real, then what to speak of the spirit? Spirit is eternally real. So in that way, he is Param Satya. Then I am like a pot or cloth. So Lord might say that no. So am I? I'm. You are talking about I am real. So I am looking. I am like a pot, and I am like a cloth, which is real. Then the devotees say, Brahma says, no. You are unlimited, devoid of limit in time and space. Since you are the cause of the whole universe, you are the original person, Adhyam. Therefore, because no one can understand you, you are like a person hiding in a cave. Agada bodham, or is deep inside the cave, as if a boy is one is hidden in deep inside the cave. No one knows about him that is existing, something like that. You are unlimited, since you are without coverings or upadis, nishkalam, or because you cannot be measured, you are without divisions, nishkalam. Medini says kala can mean amount. This is because you are inconceivable. So basically, in whatever it is, Lord Brahma establishing the position of the Supreme Lord by describing his various attributes. So all the attributes are like avikriyam, satyam, anantam, adhyam, guhashayam, nishkalam, aprakrityam, apratarkyam, mano agrayanam, vachasa niruktam, and then devavaram, varenyam. These are different attributes of the Supreme Lord. Unto that Supreme Lord, namamahe. Let us offer our humble obeisances. They are offering. Then the Lord's omniscience is described. First, Lord's personality is described with various attributes. That's now Lord's omniscience, Lord's knowledge of everything that is existing in the entire universe is being described. Vipaschitam pranamano
Vipashyat. Yes, Mataji, you can continue.
No, Mataji, continue.
Vipashchitam Atmanam
atendriyabhasamanidramavranam
Arthendriya Bhashamanidramavaram
Chayatapau yatra nagruddhapaksho
Chaya Tapau Yatra Nagradrapakshav
Tamaksharam kam Tamaksharam kam Triyugam Rajamahe.
Tamaksharam Kam Triyugam Rajamahe. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead directly and indirectly knows how everything, including the living force, mind, and intelligence, is working under his control. He is the illuminator of everything and has no ignorance. He does not have a material body subject to the reactions of previous activities, and he is free from the ignorance of partiality and materialistic education. I therefore take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, who is eternal, all pervading, and as great as the sky, and who appears with six opulences in three yugas Satya, Treta, and Dwapar.
Hmm. We surrender to the knower of the Jiva, Prana, mind, intelligence, and Ahankara. So basically, our body is made up of all these different elements. Just like we as Jivatma residing in this body within the core of the heart, similarly, Paramatma is also residing within the core of the heart. We being the Kshetrajna of this Kshetra, we know everything about this Kshetra. Similarly, the Supreme Lord being the Paramakshetrajna and Sarva Kshetrajna, he not only knows the details about our body, he knows the details about every person's body, which is made up of the 10 pranas, mind, intelligence, ahankara, chitta, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, 5 tanmatras, and 5 panchamahabhutas. He knows everything about everyone. That's why he's all knower, Avijñaswarat. We surrender to that Supreme Lord who is the knower of the Jiva, who is the knower of the prana, mind, intelligence, ahankara. And we also surrender to that Lord who is not available to the senses and sense objects. Jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, and tanmatras. Who is constantly witnessing but not affected. The Supreme Lord as Paramatma is always witnessing what we are doing, but is not contaminated by what we are doing, is not affected by what we are doing. Who has no Vidya and Avidya like the Jiva. So Jiva takes shelter of Vidya and Avidya. Taking shelter of Vidya means sometimes we follow Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. These four are called as Vidya. So sometimes, once in a while, we keep following all these things as per the need of the hour. At other times, we also take Avidya. What Avidya? Performing adharma, sinful activities, not following rules and regulations of the Vedic literatures, etc. etc. So we are influenced by both Vidya as well as Avidya. So then, but the Lord is not influenced by Avidya and Vidya like any other human being. He does not take part in it. And the Lord is indestructible. He is always there. He is Sanatana. How can we destroy him? And the Lord is the form of happiness endowed with six great qualities. He is Bhagavan. He is endowed with the six, three yugam. Here, three yuga means one yuga is yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. Other yuga means two. Yuga means yugala. So three times, three twice, six is the personality endowed with six qualities. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Ashishashriya, Jnana, Vairagyayoschaiva, Sannambaga, Itingana. The six qualities are there within him completely. So in that way, the Lord of six quality, three yugam. So in that way. The Supreme Lord is the knower of all living entities, of their pranas, mind, intelligence, ahankara, and their body. Everything he knows. And he cannot be grasped by the senses or sense objects. He is without sleep, seeing everything. So we try to grasp things of this world with our senses. When we see, oh, we say this अच्छा लगा, मुझे चाहिए. When we hear अच्छा लगा, मुझे चाहिए. When you touch, अच्छा लगा, मुझे चाहिए. So something like that. We try to acquire things with the help of our five senses. With the five senses, we understand what is what and we want to have. But the Supreme Lord cannot understood by these five senses. So that's how Supreme Lord is beyond the senses. So in that way. But the Supreme Lord is unaffected, not suffering and seeing the Jiva suffering. For in him, Avidya and Vidya do not exist, as in the Jiva. So Jiva always bewildered by Avidya and enlightened by Vidya. Both the tug of war is always happening as long as the Jiva is existing until one attains liberation. But though, just like Jivatma is residing in the heart of a Jiva, Paramatma is also residing in the heart of the Jiva, and that Paramatma is not affected by what Jiva is doing. So, like that. Thus, the Supreme Lord is indestructible and he has his own eternal form of happiness. The Supreme Lord is completely always happy. Anandamayo Abhyasat. Anandamaya Purusha. We are not Anandamaya Purusha. Though Atma by nature Anandamaya Purusha, but currently we are in conditioned state because we identify with the body. That is the problem. And we are always bewildered by Vidya and Avidya. We are succumbed to the dictates of Vidya and Avidya time and again. That's why we are not happy, we are miserable. So like that. As per dictionary, Kham means the senses, happiness and Swarga. This happiness is 3 times 2. The Lord has 6 outstanding qualities. We surrender to that personality of the Lord, who possesses the 6 qualities in full, in abundance, and also various other attributes. The two verses Brahma established the different attributes of Supreme Lord. The full knowledge, full understanding of Supreme Lord has been revealed in these verses. Then he further continues. Ajasya chakram tu ajayeryamanam
Ajasya chakram tavati priyamanam
manomayam panchadasharamasu
manomayam panchajagashamasu
त्रीणाभिविद्योचलमष्टनेमि
Vidyutyo chalamasti neme
यदक्षमाहोस्तमृतं प्रपद्ये
yadaksham asutam pratam prapadyate. Translation. In the cycle of material activities, the material body resembles the wheel of mental chariot. The 10 senses, 5 for working, 5 for gathering knowledge, and 5 life pairs within the body, form the 15 spokes of the chariot's wheel. The 3 gunas of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, are its center activities, and the 8 ingredients of nature, earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intelligence, and false ego, comprise the rim of the wheel. The external material energy moves this wheel like electrical energy. Thus, the wheel revolves very quickly around its hub or central support, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Soul and the ultimate truth. We offer our respectful obeisances unto him.
Now Brahmaji is comparing the entire universe with a chariot, and the Lord being the important aspect of the chariot. The whole universe is compared to the chariot. The whole universe is made up of 24 elements. The 24 elements are compared to different limbs of the chariot. So let us see how is he comparing. We surrender to the real Lord, whom they say is the axle of the fast moving wheel of samsara belonging to the jiva. There is a chariot, the chariot has a wheel, that wheel is fast moving. Here the wheel refers to Kala Chakra, the time wheel. Hmm? There is an axle upon which the wheel is revolving. That axle is Paramatma. The Supreme Lord is the axle, the wheel is the samsara, which belongs to Jivatma. And that wheel contains 16 spokes, predominated by the mind. There are 16 spokes. Normally, a wheel has 12 spokes, but this wheel is a little bigger, so 16 spokes are there. The 16 spokes are corresponding to the 16 elements. 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, 5 Panchamahabhutas, and mind. 10 senses, mind, and 5 Panchamahabhutas. These 16 elements put together considered to be the 16 spokes of the chariot wheel. And 3 naves made up of the 3 gunas. So there are 3 naves, the 3 hubs. The 3 hubs are made up of 3 gunas, Rajoguna, Sattoguna, and Tamoguna. And 8 rims made up of the 8 elements. So there are 16 spokes and 8 rims. The 8 rims are correspond to the remaining elements. We already have mentioned the 16 elements. The remaining 8 are like Pai Tanmatras, and mind is already over. Ahankara, Mahatattva, and Pradhana. So like that, other 8 elements are mentioned. Maybe let us see what they are. One should worship the Supreme Lord, since he is the shelter of all the living entities. Avidya. The jiva's wheel of samsara moves by Maya. Basically, it is because of avidya we are identifying with the body and we think we are human beings, animals, this, that, and all is due to avidya only. So this samsara is nothing but avidya shakti, manifestation of avidya shakti of Maya Devi. The Lord is the master of that avidya shakti of Maya Devi also. So now the jiva's wheel of samsara moves by Maya. It has 16 spokes made up of 10 senses, 5 pranas, and the mind, predominated by the mind. Here, instead of 5 Panchamahabhutas, 5 pranas are considered. 10 senses means 5 Jnandriya, 5 Karmendriyas, 5 pranas, prana, apana, samana, vyana, udana. These are 5 important pranas, and also the mind. So mind is the head of all these things. It moves very quickly. It has naves made up of the 3 gunas. It is flickering like the lightning. It has 8 rims of coverings made up of the material elements. The 8 elements are earth, water, fire, and ether, along with their properties, and also Ahankara, Mahatattva, and Pradhana. Like that. The axle or the basis of the wheel is the Supreme Lord. We surrender unto the Supreme Lord, who is controlling the samsara, the wheel of samsara. Because the wheel is samsara. The samsara is made up of 24 elements. There are 3 naves, 16 spokes, and 8 rims. The 3 naves are 3 modes. The 16 spokes are like 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, mind, and 5 pranas. And the 8 elements are earth, water, fire, and ether along with their properties. Sparsha, rasa, shabda, sparsha, rasa, rupa, gandha, and also ahankara, mahatatva, and pradhana. Everything is covered. And this Lord is the master of the wheel of samsara and is real. The wheel of samsara is real. He is also real. And we surrender to the Supreme Lord. So, like that. So, previous verses talked about different attributes of Supreme Lord. Now, the entire universe is compared to a whale which is moving very fast. Yes, the universe is moving very fast. We are just born and already 30, 40 years are over. So, something like that.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, I didn't understand that initially before the shloka it was written that Lord has 6 types of happiness and 3 into 2, something like that. So that in this means whatever explanations we studied, in that it was 6 outstanding qualities. The happiness is 3 times 2. Means what?
That means these 6 qualities are the real source of real happiness. Anybody possesses any of the 6 qualities has some happiness, the real happiness in this world. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Ashasashriya, Jnana, Vairagyyoschaiva, Sannambaga, Itingana. Whoever possesses any of the 6 opulences are glorified by the people of this world and they are happy by possessing them. And Lord possesses all the 6 opulences in full. So Lord is completely happy, is always happy, is eternally happy. That is understanding. Any of us also, if we possess any of these one of these opulences, we experience the real happiness.
Prabhuji, I'm sorry, but like when we say that if someone has more Aishwarya, then one actually means he may experience the material happiness.
No,
But we say
here we are not talking about material wealth and all. When we are talking
okay,
about the Lord also possesses, because he possesses 6 opulences, that's why it's called Bhagavan. Bhagavan means he who possesses the Bhaga, 6 Bhagas. Van means the possessor. Vidyavan, Dhanavan, like that Bhagavan. What are the Bhagas? 6 Bhagas. Sannam Bhaga, Shad Bhaga.
okay, understood. Prabhuji.
Because he
Thank
possesses the
you.
6 opulences, he is called Bhagavan. And these 6 opulences are the cause of the real happiness. Don't see them in the material reflection, but see them in their true existence.
Okay, so out of the 6 transcendental opulences of the Lord, if someone has just flickering some part of it also, then one will experience the real happiness. That's what it means.
If those opulences are in connection to spiritual subject matter, they will get real happiness. If these opulences are in the material purview, they'll get material happiness. Somebody may have so much material wealth, they are materially happy. Somebody who has spiritual wealth, they are spiritually happy. Somebody who has material education, they are materially happy. Someone who has spiritual education, they are spiritually happy. We may say education, but education also has attributes. There is material education, there is spiritual education. He who possesses material education has material happiness. He who possesses spiritual education possesses spiritual happiness.
Yes, thank you.
Material vairagya, material beauty, spiritual beauty. So like that. All these 6 opulences, we can see them. You can categorize them in both aspects. So like that. Of
Yes,
course, in the
Prabhuji.
material realm
So
also there is
means
happiness, but that is
those
material and flickering. In the spiritual realm, that is eternal and everlasting and real.
yeah, so those devotees having a lot of Aishwarya like Ambarish Maharaj or something, So they are
Hmm.
using their wealth in the service of the Lord. So that is a
Ah,
transcendental wealth.
yes,
So that will
perfect,
give
perfect.
them that kind of happiness. Okay. Thank you.
Hmm. They are not happy because they possess wealth. They are happy because they are
Yeah.
able to serve the Lord with that wealth.
Thank you.
Hmm. So in that way. Ekvarnam tamasa param tad. But 1 second, 1 second. See, normally we think that we are happy if we eat something palatable. We are happy if we are able to sleep, acha sleep, and we are happy if we wear nice clothing. So these are like very basic, minimal, which are part of Aishwarya and all. But as you go more subtle and subtle, the real happiness lies in all these 6 things. And from Lord's point of view, the greatest happiness one can experience, he who is the greatest renounced. More the one is renounced, more the happiness one experiences, the real transcendental happiness. That's why Vairagya is considered the most important opulence of all these 6. So, and that person
Okay,
is
Prabhuji.
the topmost happy.
So in spite of having all the other 5 opulences, if one has Vairagya also, then
Hmm.
he will be really happy because he will not have that what we say now, whatever the negative things come along with possessing these Aishwaryas. Like,
Hmm.
is it
Yes,
right?
yes.
Understanding?
No, yes, that is
Okay.
true. But see, these opulences will be cause of trouble when they are material in nature. Like Kunti
Yeah.
Maharani says, Janma Ishvara Chatushrabir, their material aspects will cause trouble. But the spiritual aspects are not supposed to cause trouble.
Yes, yeah.
The material knowledge can cause bondage. The spiritual knowledge should not cause bondage, at least.
But Prabhuji, then in that case, if all these opulences are transcendental in nature only,
Hmm.
then the Vairagya means Vairagya part it is not means greater than other 5, na, because they all are in a way transcendental in nature. So like,
So, in spite of they being transcendental, in spite of possessing all of them, still the person is completely detached with them. He does not
okay,
identify, he does not express possessiveness of all these opulences. Still, he remains humble. That is the real opulence.
okay.
Hmm.
But really sorry, but my confusion is when that suppose for example Aishwarya, if we talk about, so when it is a transcendental Aishwarya, anyways a person will not have that ahankara or the superiority which comes along with the material opulence. So in that way, I was saying. So vairagya is even if it is there or not there, still person will not have all that negative elements attached to it because it is transcendental in nature.
Yes, that is true. Yes, that is true. But still, the Vairagya is considered important. Like, for example, Ambarish Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj, Pandavas, they are opulent. But when as soon as they heard Krishna departed, immediately they gave up everything and they went to North Himalayas with white some plain clothes. That means, in spite of possessing wealth greater than that of Indra, they are not puffed up, they are not possessive, they are not attached. Even though all that wealth is spiritual wealth only in one sense. Not only wealth in the term of Aishwarya, wealth in the kingdom and knowledge and their personal beauty and all these things are all spiritual only. They're as good as Vaikuntha Vasis. Their beauty is as good as Vaikuntha Vasis beauty only. So in that way, still they are completely detached. They did not take
Oh,
anything with them. They left behind everything and they moved on to the north, to the abode of the Lord. That is the principle of Vairagya.
okay. Understood. Thank you.
य एकवर्णं तमसा परं तत्
य एकवर्णं तमसा परं तद्
అలోకమవ్యక్తమనంతపారం
अलोकमव्यक्तमनन्तपारम्
ఆసాం చకారోపసుపర్ణమేనం
आसां चकारोपसुपर्णमेनम्
ఉపాసతే యోగరతేన ధీరా
उपासते योगरथेन धीरः. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated in pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, and therefore he is Ekavarnam, the Omkar Pranav. Because the Lord is beyond the cosmic manifestation, which is considered to be darkness, he is not visible to material eyes. Nonetheless, he is not separated from us by time or space, but is present everywhere. Seated on his carrier Garud, he is worshipped by means of mystical yogic power by those who have achieved freedom from agitation. Let us all offer our respectful obeisances unto him.
We offer respects to the Lord, who is beyond darkness, tamasaparam, unseen by all, alokam, invisible, avyaktam, beyond the description of words. Okay. Anantaparam, seated on Garuda. Upasate, no, sorry. Asam Chakara Upa Suparnam. Suparna means Garuda. Is seated on the Garuda. Whom the yogi is seated on his chariot of yoga, who never gives up worship. Whom the yogi is seated on his chariot of yoga. Upasate yoga rathena dhiraha. Dhira means all the yogis seated on the yoga ratha. The meditation on the Lord's transcendental form, they will never give up his worship. So worships using the syllable Om, Ekavarnam. How do the yogis worship him? By chanting Om always while doing Ashtanga Yoga. While performing Ashtanga Yoga, asana, pranayama, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, they continuously chant Om, 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 etc. That is how they worship the Supreme Lord. Who is Tamasaparam, who is Alokam, Avyaktam, Anantaparam, and Chakara, Upa, Suparnam, like that. All these are other attributes of the Supreme Lord. Basically, how yogis worship him is being described in this verse. This verse explains the method of surrender. The Lord is the one syllable Om. The yogis and jnanis, for them the Lord's name is Om. He is seated on the back of Garuda. He is beyond Prakriti. He is not seen by everyone. Thus, he is invisible. This is because he cannot be determined by the words, since he is the sum total of the Vedas. Anantaparam. So, people in general, they may say that I know the Lord. Lord is Rama, Krishna, and Venkateshwar Swami. This, that, like that. People say Panduranga, etc., etc., like that. People say, but really, we don't understand. We see the deity, but who the Lord is real, the real understanding the people in general do not have. Even the Vedas also have difficulty to explain the Lord as he is. The Vedas only can compare the Lord is like that, as we discussed in the beginning of the class. So Lord's beauty, Lord's complexion is like that of the newly made monsoon cloud. Lord wears pitambara clothes like the molten gold. Lord's eyes are like the Kamala Patra. Then Lord's face is like the lotus flower. So like that we try to compare. We cannot describe him directly. That's why he is Anantaparam. He cannot be described by the words of the Vedas. The Vedas have difficulty to describe him. But the yogis, though it is very difficult to see him, the yogis, in order to see the Lord within the core of their heart, who is seated as Paramatma, they perform Ashtanga Yoga and continuously chant Om. That is how we have to understand. He who is Om and seated on Garuda is worshipped by the person situated on the chariot of yoga, those who are performing Ashtanga Yoga. He is worshipped by the yogis who, in the mood of fighting in Virasa, with the Sthayi Bhava of Ustaha, with a desire to attain the bliss of liberation. The Dhira, one who does not give up the fight, worship the Lord, who offer respect to the Lord. Basically, the yogi performing Ashtanga yoga is called, is fighting yoga. Is fighting, fighting, fighting. Why? What is fighting? Is just fighting to conquer Maya. Is fighting so that he will be able to see the Paramatma in the core of the heart. That is his fight. Just like a warrior fights in the battlefield, the yogi fights in his attempts to see the Paramatma in the core of his heart. He fights against Maya. He fights against the wanderings of the mind, demands of the senses, so that after conquering the senses, mind, intelligence, ego, then he will be able to see the Paramatma who is seated on the Garuda within the core of his heart. For that fight, he takes the weapon. The weapon is chanting Om. So, like that. This is Dhira. How Dhiras continuously worship the Lord, or how Dhiras fight against Maya, against the demands of the senses and mind and intelligence and ahankara, so that they'll be able to see the Paramatma within the core of their heart. So, like that. Nayasta kascha tititarti mayam.
न यस्य कश्चित् तरति मायाम्
Yaya jano muhyati vedanartam.
यया जनो मुह्यति वेदनार्थम्
Tam nirjitatmatmagunam paresham.
तं निर्जितात्मात्मगुणं परेशम्
Namamabhuteshu samam charantam.
न मामभूतेषु समं चरन्तम्. No one can overcome the Supreme Personality of Godhead's illusory energy, Maya, which is so strong that it bewilders everyone. Everyone loses the sense to understand the aim of life. That same Maya, however, is subdued by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who rules everyone and who is equally disposed towards all living entities. Let us offer our obeisances unto him.
We offer respects to the Supreme Lord, who is equal to all living entities. Samoham Sarvabhuteshu, who controls the Jiva by being the Paramatma, Yantra Rudani Maya, who also controls Maya, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam, and also three gunas of Maya, whose Maya cannot be overcome by anyone unless they surrender to him. Mahatmanastu Mampartha Daivim Prakriti Machita Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. So something like that. So what was the translation? One more verse is there, na? Devi Esha Gunamayi Mamamaya Durataya Mam Yeva Prapadyante Mayam Yetam Taratte. Those who surrender to him are able to overcome the three modes of material nature. Whose Maya bewilders men. So they do not understand the Supreme Lord. Maya Javanika Channam Ajna Doksham Avayam. So when being covered by the curtain of Maya, we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. So different attributes of Supreme Lord. Lord's power is explained in this verse. No one can overcome the Lord's Maya without surrendering to Supreme Lord. Mama Maya Duratteya. Mam Yeva Prapadyante. Mayam Yatam Tarante. He controls the Jiva, Maya, and the Gunas. Atmatma Gunam. Ishvara Sarvabhutani Ruddeshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Yantrarudani. So he controls the Jiva by being the Paramatma in the core of their heart. Yanta Rudani Maya. So Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyatesa Characharam. Lord controls Maya, Maya's three gunas, and Lord controls the Jivas. So like that. Only those who surrender to Lord, they can control, they can become freed from the influence of three modes and then able to know the Supreme Lord. So like that. So in this way, the Devatas headed by Lord Brahma are gradually going further, deeper and deeper into the understanding of the Supreme Lord. Ime vayam yat pariyayaiva yatanva
Ime vayam yat pariyaiva tanva
satvena srishta bahirantaravihi
Tatvena srishta bahirantaravi
gatim na sukshmam ऋषयश्च विद्महे
Gatim na sukshmam rishayascha vidmahi
कुतो सुराद्या इतर प्रधाना
Kuto suradhya itara pradhanaha. Since our bodies are made of sattva guna, we the demigods are internally and externally situated in goodness. All the great saints are also situated in that way. Therefore, even if we cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is to be said of those who are most insignificant in their bodily constitutions and being situated in the modes of passion and ignorance? How can they understand the Lord? Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto him.
Hmm. Here, Brahmaji is saying, we offer respect to the Supreme Lord, by whose dear form of Sattva we have been created, but still do not know his subtle nature. It is Lord's expansion as Mahavishnu and Garbhodaksha Vishnu. All of us have been created, but still we cannot understand his true nature. Though it is manifested eternally as time and internally as Antaryami. The same Supreme Lord is there in front around us in the form of time, inside the core of our heart as Kshurodaksha Vishnu, the Antaryami, and whom the demons with Rajoguna and Tamoguna cannot understand at all. We, being in Satvaguna, cannot understand the Supreme Lord. Then, what to speak of the demons and others who are in Rajoguna and Tamoguna can understand Him? They will not at all understand Him. That's how Brahmaji is saying. The previous verse said that people do not know the Lord. The current verse explains that we, even if we are wise, do not know the nature of the Lord. Brahmaji is saying that I myself, Lord Shiva, and all the Prajapatis and all you Devatas cannot understand the Lord, though we are all in goodness. Then what to speak of the Asuras and Rakshasas who are in the mode of ignorance and passion? How will they understand the Supreme Lord? So like that. So we, even if we are wise, do not know the nature of the Lord, who is manifested externally as time and internally as Antaryami. Some may say that, oh, because we can't understand Lord, because Lord is in Paravyama in the spiritual world so far. No, Baba, so far nahi. Inside the core of our heart is there as Paramatma. Outside of us, around us, is there in the form of time. Still, we cannot understand Him. How can demons and others who are predominantly in the modes of Rajas and Tamas, Itara Pradhana, know Him? Therefore, we offer respects to the Supreme Lord. What we can do is only offer respects to Him. So, every verse they are offering obeisances because they want to solicit the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So, thus they are continuously offering obeisances. So, like that. Now, Brahma continues. Anybody has any question until now?
No, Prabhuji, thank you.
No problem.
पादौ महीयं स्वकृतैव यस्य
आदो महीयं स्वकृत्वा
चतुर्विदो यत्र हि भूतसर्गः
चतुर्विदो यत्र हि भूतसर्गः
स वै महापुरुष आत्मतन्त्रः
स वै महापुरुषात्मा तन्त्र
प्रसीदतां ब्रह्म महाविभूतिः
प्रसीदितं ब्रह्म महाविभूतिः Translation. On this earth, there are four kinds of living entities who are created by him. The material creation rests on his lotus feet. He is the greater supreme person, full of opulence and power. May he be pleased with us.
Hmm. May the Lord, with Brahman as his great Vibhuti, who manifests as the universal form, full of Vibhutis like the earth, which is dependent on him, and whose feet represent the earth he created, within which there are four types of living entities, be pleased with us. Now, for few verses, the 14 lokas within the universe. Previously, the entire universe is compared to a wheel made up of three hubs, 16 spokes, and 8 rims. Now, the 14 lokas are compared with different limbs of the Supreme Lord. The Virat Rupa description will come. So, let us see one by one. May the Supreme Lord with Brahman as the great Vibhuti. So, Brahman is Lord's Vibhuti, who manifests as the universal form. Hmm? So, the Lord also manifests as universal form, full of vibhutis like the Bhumandala, which is dependent on time, and whose feet represent the earth as he created. The whole Bhumandala, along with the 7 lower planetary systems, are compared to the legs of the Supreme Lord, within which there are 4 types of living entities. Be pleased with us. So, on the surface of the Bhumandala, there are 4 category of living entities. Let us see what they are also. We know your form as this grass universe, which is visible. Previous verse it said that the Lord is there inside in the form of Paramatma, outside in the form of Kala. Not only Kala, Lord also exists in the form of the universal form, in the form of 14 planetary systems, out of which first Bhumandala has been described, which is actually visible. Kala we may not be able to see, we can perceive but we can't see. Paramatma also we cannot see. But woman that grass universe form we can see, the universe we can see. That is also Lord's manifestation. In this way, Brahma prays in 12 verses, starting with the feet made up of earth. From the current verse 32 till the next 12 verses, that means till 43, he compares the 14 planetary systems with the different aspects of the Supreme Lord. So, like that. Now, you starting with the Bhumandala. Mahavibhuti means the Lord who possesses Vibhuti such as the Bhumandala. May the Lord be pleased with us. The Lord is also the form of Brahman. Lord is not only the form of the universal form, he is also the form of Brahman. Because the previous verse talked about him as Paramatma. So Lord is Vishnu, Bhagavan. Lord is Paramatma. Lord is also Brahman. And Lord is also the universe. And Lord is also the time. Like that, the different ways it is been described. Here there is some description. Prithvi, Vayur, Akasha, Apo, Jyotir, Aham, Mahan. Vikara, Purusho, Avyaktam, Raja, Sattvam, Tamaparam. Aham, Etat, Prashankyanam, Jnanam, Tattva, Vinischaya. So Lord is saying that what all is represents. So this is a verse from 11th canto, 16th chapter, 37th verse. So this verse is from 11th canto, 16th chapter, where Lord Krishna is speaking to Uddhava. What Lord is saying? I am the form, I am taste, aroma, touch, and sound. The 5 tanmatras. I am these 5 tanmatras. I am also the Ankara. I am also the Mahatattva. I am also the earth, water, fire, air, ether. I am also the 11 senses. 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, and mind. I am also the Jivatma. I am also the Prakriti, the Pradhana. I am also the mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. And I am also the Brahman. I am all of these items along with knowledge about them. I am also the Kshetrajna and determination of truth resulting from that knowledge. I am the Jnana, I am the Jnana Gamyam. As 13th chapter talks about Jnayam. Jnayam or Jnana Gamyam. Jnanam Jnayam. That what is Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, and Jnanam Jnayam. So in that way, I am Prakriti, Prakriti's components. I am Jivatma, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, and also I am Jnanam, and Gnayam also, object of knowledge. So I am everything. So in this one verse, everything has been covered. In this verse, enumerating the animal elements, Param means Brahman. So the verse actually enumerates the elements and Param indicates Brahman. Yamunacharya Srotra also says, Parat Param Brahmacha Te Vibhutaya. So Yamunacharya wrote in one of the books, he says, the Supreme Brahman is also your Vibhuti. Parat Param Brahmam, Parat Param Brahmachate Vibhutaya. No? The Parabrahma who is beyond this material existence is also Lord's Vibhuti. That Yamunacharya is saying. Jiva Goswami says, Srila Jiva Goswami says, the Lord has Brahman as his great Vibhuti. Brahman is Lord's Maha Vibhuti. So in that way. Thus, the Vibhutis in the material world such as earth are very insignificant. That is pointed out. Because Brahman is Mahavibhuti, Kala and Paramatma are much bigger than Brahman, and lesser than Brahman is the 24 elements, or the 14 plant systems made up of 24 elements in that way. That is pointed out. The earth element is feet, because the feet of the spiritual body of the Lords are is Vibhutis. The earth created by the Lord is here designated as Lord's feet. So Bhumandala, all the way up from Bhumandala, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, all these are compared to the different parts of the legs of the Supreme Lord. So in that way. In that earth, there are four types of beings. Those arising from wombs and the Bhumandala, these four category of living entities we can see. Especially the human beings and other mammals who are arising from wombs, and those who are born from the eggs, like that of birds and reptiles, and those who are born from the seeds, the plants, different variety of plants, and from perspiration, the different variety of insects. So these are primarily seen in the Bhumandala, these four category of living entities. This form is material, universal form, Mahapurusha. It is dependent on time, Atma Tantra. The 14 planetary systems, they depend on the time, Vibhuti of the Supreme Lord. So, but whatever this the 14 lokas made up of grass universal form is also Vibhuti of the Supreme Lord. In that, the Bhumandala has been described, which is compared to the legs of the Supreme Lord, and on which the four category of beings which are born from the womb, egg, seeds, and perspiration. Jarayuja, Andaja, Bija, Udbija, and Svedaja. All these entities primarily seen in the Bhumandala. That is been indicated here. Now, other lokas will be explained one after the other. So, earth is over. Next is discussing about the water. Ambasuyatret udara viryam
Abhastu yadretudaraviryam
siddhyanti jivanti uta vardamanaha
siddhyanti jivantayutavardhamanaha
lokayatota kila lokapala
lokayatota khila lokapala
prasidatam nasamaha vibhutihi.
prasiddhatamna samama vibhuti. The entire cosmic manifestation has emerged from water, and it is because of water that all living entities endure, live, and develop. This water is nothing but the semen of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has such great potency, be pleased with us.
May the Lord of great Vibhutis, from whose semen, in the form of water, which possesses great power, living entities and the protectors of the planets are born, live and increase, be pleased with us. So earth element has been described in the previous verse. Now water element is described. So some of the associating factors of the water elements are mentioned. Udhara Viryam means possessing great Shakti. From water, living entities are born, Siddhyanti. So not only born, but everyone is maintained by water. Water is one of the most important thing after air, after pranavayu. Water is most important thing for our survival. We are born and maintained by water element. That is very much important. So in that way, the glories of water element are being indicated. The lokas are protected and we are also protected primarily by water element. Next. Somam mano yasya samamananti.
Somam.
Somam.
Yes, Mataji, you can continue.
Continue, Mataji, continue.
Somam mano yasya samamananti.
Daivakasam yo balamanda ayuhu.
Devo kasamyo balamandayu.
Isho naganam prajana prajanam.
Isho naganam prajana prajanam.
Prasidatam na samaha vibhutihi.
Prasidatam nasahama vibhutihi. Translation: Soma, the moon, is the source of food grains, strength, and longevity for all the demigods. He is also the master of all vegetation and the source of generation for all living entities. As stated by learned scholars, the moon is the mind of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of all opulences, be pleased with us.
Mm. May the Lord possessing great vibhutis, whom the wise say in the moon, which is the food, strength, and life of the Devatas, the controller of the trees, and the means of producing for the offspring, be pleased with us. So now is talking about one more vibhuti of the Supreme Lord. Yadadityagatam tejo jagat bhashayate akilam yachandram yajnanau tattejo vidhi mamakam. So the light of the sun, moon, and that of fire are my vibhutis. Understand this. Gama Vishesha Bhutani Dharayami Ahamojasa Pushnami Aushadis Sarva Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. So from Soma comes all the plants filled with vegetables, juices, everything. And not only for human beings, animals, and birds in the Bhumandala, even the other living entities, all the way up to the great sages, are fed by the Soma. Soma creates Somarasa. That Somarasa is the regular diet of all the Devata celestial beings. Starting from the day after Amavasya until Paurnami full moon day, every day the water that is evaporated from Bhumandala and other places directly goes to Soma. Soma extracts the essence of that evaporated water. That essence is known as Somarasa. That keeps on accumulating from Pratipad all the way up to Paurnami. The whole surface of the moon is filled with that Somarasa. That's why the Paurnami, the moon is full. Then he invites all the heavenly residents and they keep eating, starting from Pratipada after Paurnami all the way up to the noon of Amavasya. All the invited guests will eat, and the host then will eat the remaining part of the Somarasa. Like that, Soma provides food for everyone, all the way up to celestial beings. And on the earth, by his cooling moon rays, he provides nourishment to the plants by which the plants grow up with leaves, lush green leaves, flowers, fruits, grains, and also the roots with juicy, succulent, tasty foodstuffs. All of us are surviving. Not only human beings, but animals, birds, beasts, everyone is surviving on the Bhumandala. That is the greatness of moon. And that moon is also the deity of the mind. So in that way. The moon is the food for the Devatas and also their strength and life. The moon is the lord of the trees, Naganam. He is also the cause of generation, prajanam, for the living entities. It is only when we eat properly we can maintain and we can reproduce the newer set of living entities. That's why he is generator. So these are different aspects of the moon, which is one of the Lord's vibhuti. Earth is over, water is over, then mind, moon is being described.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Ah,
Prabhuji, some time back you had mentioned in context to which shloka I don't remember, but the Aryamaj, like the Pittaraj also means 14 days Somrasa is taken by the demigods, and then the 1 day remaining whatever is there that is given to Pittaraj, na, that you had mentioned once.
but the Pitras are the host because they are residing in the moon. They are only inviting all the people and they are only serving, and everyone ate. On the Amavasya day at noon time, they eat the remaining.
So whatever Pitru Loka we say that is the moon only, Prabhuji.
Ah, yes, moon only.
So there is no separate Pitruloka as said. It is the moon only which is
Yeah.
the
See,
place of staying for the Pitras.
originally when Brahma created Pitrus, he produced four Pitrus, four quadrupeds, we can say. Two are born together, we call it twins, na? Like the four of them were born together. Out of four, the two elder brothers are residing in the moon and two younger brothers began to reside in the Yamaloka. So in the Yamaloka also there is a small Pitruloka, but the main Pitruloka is in the moon. That's what we have to understand. We discussed this in the fifth canto.
So
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji, these
Prabhuji.
are four. Sorry. Okay, you continue, Manpuji.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to clarify. Yamaloka means the one on Sumeru, Mount Meru, Sumeru, or uh, in the lower planetary system,
Ah,
where there is
in the
a
in the lower planetary systems, beneath Patala Loka, there are seven lokas: Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. Beneath Patala, we have Yamaloka, Narakaloka, or Yamaloka, whatever we can call.
so the
There,
Samyamani which they refer to is that Narka, that
no,
Patal.
no, no. Samyamani is like everywhere. Wherever there is a bungalow of Yamaraj is there, that is called Samyamani. This is also Samyamani, and there is one Samyamani on the top of Yamala, on the top of Mount Meru. There is one Samyamani on top of Manasutara mountain also, and there is one more Samyamani in the Boer Loka also. Basically,
Oh,
Yamaraj had his palaces at different places. When he goes there, he will reside in his own palace. That the place where his palace is located, that place is known as Samyamani. Just like every Lord Shiva's temple we can call Kailash, every Lord Vishnu's temple we can call as Vaikuntha.
okay. So there are four Samyamanis.
At least four are listed. There could be more also, but these are four are mentioned in the Bhagavatam at least.
And Prabhuji, you had once mentioned that even the Vaikuntha Lok, there are three. One is above
Yeah,
Satyalok,
at
one
least from the
is
Bhagavatam we can understand three, but there are many more also. One
the
is
third one. Where is
the
the third one?
third one is on top of Lokaloka mountain. Lord Hari resides there.
On
On
top
top
of the
of
mountain.
Lokaloka mountain, yes.
On top of the mountain or above the mountain? What exactly?
Both are same, na? Above the mountain also on top only, na?
Okay, on the
Not in the
mountain
middle of the
itself.
mountain. On top of the mountain.
On the means okay, on the mountain.
At the peak of the mountain, we can say.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Okay, I thought beyond the mountain there is another some loka where.
No, no. Beyond the mountain is Aloka Varsha. Why would Lord stay there? That Loka is not at all fit for anybody. He stays on top of the mountain. Bhagavatam only says on top of the mountain.
Okay,
Fifth canto talks about it.
okay.
There could be
Thank you.
many other
Hare
Vaikuntha
Krishna,
abodes
Prabhuji.
also, but that are connection to other Leela avatars and all. These are connection to the avatars who have the responsibility to maintain the universe. Here, Lord Hari also takes care of the maintenance. Lord Kshirodaksha Vishnu also takes care of the maintenance.
Mhm.
Manvantara Avatara, who is in Mahavaikuntha, also takes care of the maintenance. They actually held responsible to maintain. That's why these places are said to be at big place.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you,
So,
Prabhuji.
in that,
Hare
correct.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Like who stays on the in the Vaikuntha, which is on the Loka mountain? Because one which is Dhruva Loka, we saw the Kshirodakshai Vishnu stays there, and one which is above Satyaloka and before the coverings of the universe, there we saw that the Manvantara Avtara stays there. So
Yes.
one which is on the Loka mountain, who stays there, Prabhu?
Lord Hari. Bhagavatam says Lord Hari
Huh?
stays there. Lord Hari.
Okay, that is a expansion of the Lord.
Huh? Expansion of the Lord.
Okay.
He stays there to
Okay.
maintain the universe because it is his creation, so he is need to maintain, so he stays there. Like that Bhagavatam says.
Okay. And Prabhuji, like this, you mentioned four Pitrus, like it is like quadruplet. Two stays on the moon, and two say you said where they stay,
Yamaloka.
Yamaloka. So, what my question is, Prabhuji, when we say Pitru Loka, like those we say na our Pitras, and we offer Tarpan and all. So all those where they exactly reside, Prabhuji, they also go to moon planet.
No. See, if they wish to go, if they have practiced sadhana, they would have gone there. See, there is one word. I don't know whether you have heard or not. Preta. Bhagavad Gita also comes many times this word preta. As long as we are living, we are called human beings, Manushya. As soon as we leave this body, we are called preta. For the 13 days, our identity is preta. After death, from the time of death until that the final ritual is being done on the 13th day, including the immersion of the ashes in the Ganga and all, for this duration, we are called preta. After that instant, the soul definitely should go to Yamaraj, and Yamaraj will put that soul in some particular species somewhere here there according to their karma, or they will be punished in the Yamaloka, or they will be taken birth in some species, or they will be sent to Swargaloka here and there, whatever. So wherever destiny they get, accordingly they get a body, and accordingly they are named. If they are supposed to go through punishment in Yamaloka, they get a Yatana Deha, they will become the residents of Yamaloka. Yamaloka Vasi they become. If they have gone to Sargaloka, they become Devatas. If they have gone to Pitraloka, they become Pitrus, one among the Pitrus. Or if they have taken birth in lower species, they become whatever species they become, they are born as. So then they are no more called Preta. But now Pitrus, among them, some people with a desire to go to Pitraloka performed the corresponding sadhana which can take them to Pitraloka. They will be taken to Pitraloka. When a person dies, on the 12th day, they will be taken to Yamaraj. Yamaraj will tell, okay, you have done so and so pious activities, so and so impious activities. As a result of your pious activities, you can stay in Pitraloka for 1000 years. And as a result of your impious activities, you have to go through suffering in Narakaloka for 2000 years, 1000 years and 2000 years. What one will choose? People in
Yeah.
general, they will choose a happy condition first and miserable condition later. So at least in one's lifespan, one will perform at least small piety also, even a small giving some charity, helping someone. थोड़ा बहुत तो किया होगा जीवन भर. As a result of that,
Yeah.
one may be sent to Pitraloka. If not for thousands of years, at least for 1 year also they might have been sent to Pitraloka for some pious activities, for meager pious activities. If somebody has done more and more pious activities, they may be sent to Sargaloka. But Pitraloka is at least somewhat possible for everyone, because all of us people in general, they must have done some pious activity, giving some charity, performing some Vedic ritual, performing some yajna, performing some vrata, Shivaratri, Ekadashi, such kind of vratas. Everyone follows all over India. So that is good enough to give them residence in Pitraloka for few years. That's why we say that they have become our Pitrus. They go to Pitraloka, but they don't get any permanent residence there. They'll only stay as long as their piety allows. Then they again come down to the next place as per their karma. So like that we should take. So because we are the immediate children, so our parents must have gone to Pitraloka because they have done some piety. At least for now they are in Pitraloka. Let us offer Shraddha. by the if the Shadra is offered in the proper bona fide way, authentic and bona fide as it is described in the Vedic literatures, their stay in Pitraloka can be extended for 1 more year. They'll stay 1 more year in Pitraloka and further 1 more year like that. This is the Vedic, according to Karma Yoga point of view, it is a Vedic prescribed one of the yajna ritual. As a result of that, because they being our parent, they have done so much to us, we are also in return doing something wonderful to them. Just like we take care of our children, putting them in nice college, a nice school, nice hostel with a nice accommodation, nice facilities, nice food, nice clothing, nice shelter, everything. Same way, we also need to provide nice things, food, clothing, shelter, and all for our parents also by the performance of this Pitru Yajna while they are living, even after their death also.
Prabhuji, there are few more doubts regarding this. You mentioned that some of the Pitrus are on the moon planet and some are in the Yamalokas. So, is there any value added to it? Means those who go to the those Pitrus who go to the moon planet, they will
Hmm.
enjoy, and those who will go to the Yamaloka, Pitruloka, they will get punishment or something like that, or both
No, no,
are
no. See,
qualitatively
Pitruloka,
same.
no punishment. Again, why you are jumbling all both?
Yamaloka, you said na, that is why I asked.
See, we discussed this many times. Bombay, you are there. In Bombay, there are three things. One is High Court. There are the government quarters where the judge, public prosecutor, and the administrative people and all the employees stay. And there is jail. The jail is the place where the sinful people are punished. The court is the place where judgment is given. The place where the judges are staying are government quarters where all wonderful facilities are there. Nice greenery, all facilities are there. Everyone is given a bungalow, vehicle, naukar, and all facilities. That is Pitraloka. And where punishment is given, that is Narakaloka. And this entire area, the king is Yamaraj, that's why it is called Yamaloka. Whole thing is called Yamaloka.
Okay,
And now,
but qualitative, okay.
there are two Pitrulokas. One is in moon planet, one is in Yamaloka. Both are Pitrulokas only,
Yeah.
but there is a difference. So one is like IIT, other one is like NIT. Those who have done little bit better pious activity, they'll go to moon Pitruloka. Those who have done much meager pious activities, they'll go to Yamaloka Pitruloka.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
And Prabhuji, you mentioned regarding like na that 13 days. First it is the Preta, and then after 13 days they will go to Yamapuri, and then
They
they
will get
will
a
get
body. After that, they will get a
yeah they will
body and they will get an identity
yeah
accordingly. Hmm.
yeah. So after that means those who are entitled to go to, or those who are desired to go to, they will go to Pitraloka. You mentioned na.
Hmm.
So that means not all, though all the jivas who leave body, not that all of them have gone to Pitraloka, right?
No, 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 no. Those who have done some piety, while doing their piety, also why people want to do piety? They want to go to Tirtha Yatra, they want to take bath in Magha Mela or Kumbh Mela, and they want to give some charity for temple construction. Why? People in general, not in devotee community, but people in general. Why they will give?
To gain piety.
To go to
Ah,
heaven.
the result of that piety is to go to Pitraloka.
So all the material piety what we talk about, that
Hmm.
leads one to go to Pitraloka, right?
Obviously, obviously, obviously.
So
But
not the
then
heaven only,
that's what I was going to ask.
What?
because piety takes you to the heavenly planets, no?
Ah, if you do more piety, you will go to heaven. If you do medium piety, you will go to moon Pitraloka. If you do less piety, you will go to the Pitraloka in Yamaloka.
Yam- Okay, okay.
See, for everything there is a
So much of
gradation.
a
It is not
gradation,
that.
Prabhuji.
See, piety is only it is a noun or verb. You are not qualifying it. How much piety also matters, na?
Okay.
Going to Swarga is not possible with ordinary little piety. We need to do really good amount of piety.
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have one last thing that see, when we in Pitru Paksha we offer Shraddha, we say we are offering it to our Pitras. But we unknowing means we are not knowing which of our ancestors have really gone to Pitru Lokas to call them as Pitras. Some of them may have gone to Swarga Loka, or some of them may have gone to lower species or whatever like. But still we refer to all of them as Pitras. So how to understand this?
So it does not matter wherever they are. See, they may be anywhere. In India, for everything, we don't speak in a bad way. Culturally, we never speak in a bad way. We always try to say things in a good way. When somebody dies, we say स्वर्गवास हो गया. We'll never say that नरकवास हो गया. इसने पाप बहुत पाप किया इसलिए नरक गया. ऐसा कभी बोलते नहीं. Even in home also, in our Telugu language, when some item in the home like dal, sugar, salt, or some food grains or anything, it is over. They will never ever say over. They will always say it is full. If salt dabba is empty, they will never say salt dabba is empty. They will say salt dabba is full. The person who listen, they will understand. Okay, full hai aaj. Matlab, they don't have anything. That is a cultural
Okay.
aspect. So it does not matter wherever they are. But at least because India is a pious land, people expect that everyone must have done some piety. At least for few years, they must have gone, as I said, na? Even if they perform little bit pious activities, at least one Shivaratri they fasted, one Ekadashi they fasted, and little charity they have given for temple construction here and there. They must have gone to Pitruloka. If not for thousands of years, maybe for 1 year they have gone to Pitruloka. Little piety they have gone at least for 1 year to Pitruloka. That is enough, good enough. Offer Shraddha and then extend their one more year. So like that.
And that
If
means, Prabhuji, the Pitruloka is the intermediate planet, which is not as means which is not giving going to give happiness as like Swarga, but it is
ah
not also going to give you negative reactions like Yamaloka, but it is in between. Like that, it should be understood.
yes.
Okay, and one last thing, Prabhuji, this fourth you mentioned that two of them stay on moon and two of them stay in the Yamapuri Pitru Loka like that. So they are the means Pitru gods or something like that because other rest
Yes.
of the
Whether it is
okay.
heaven or Pitruloka, there are virginal devatas who continue to stay for one manvantara. We are only
Oh,
visitors. We got a lottery and we go to their place, and these virginal people have the responsibility to maintain the universe. Just like in Swargaloka, Indra is there, he has to provide rain and he has to, he is the king of the entire heaven for the manvantara period. Their lifespan is one manvantara. The 3.3 crore devatas are fixed. Usme kai lakh devatas are pitrus only. They are the supervisors of the seasons, they are the supervisors of the week, day, month, seasons, and years. They supervise all these activities in relation to the
okay.
Kalamana.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Those who do pious activity, they just go there and spend some time as long as their piety allows and come back. They're like just like you got lucky lottery and you have been sent to Switzerland to roam around for 1 week and they'll bear all your expenses for 1 week. उसके बाद आपको वापस आना पड़ेगा. You can't stay more than 1 week. If you have to stay,
Okay.
you have to pay your own expenses.
Okay, Prabhuji. Understood.
Ah,
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, on the moon planet, moon is the god of all the Pitrus or
Yes, Moon is the king of the Pitrus.
not Aryama?
No, not Aryama. Moon god.
Okay. Okay, so he's the lord of the Pitrus.
Aryama also may be there in the Pitruloka. He can be considered as a manager there, but the king is Moon god.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification, Prabhuji. Got some idea. I had so much of confusion in my mind about the Pitrus and the moon god, the moon planet, and the
See,
various Pitru
the
lokas,
original Pitrus are
Vaikuntha.
always there in the moon planet, and there also they have a lot of responsibility to take care of the management of the universe. They keep doing it, they will continue to do it for Manvantara. Then people will change, and then the others, people like us, because of our past activities, As a result of that, after death, we will go to one of these abodes.
Okay.
Hmm. According to
Thank
the
you.
level of piety one performs, their destiny will be decided. You cannot say that I got 10,000 rank, I want admission IIT. You cannot get. If you want admission IIT, you should get rank within 500.
Yes.
So something
Thank
like
you
that.
very much.
Okay, already both time हो गया. We will continue with 35th verse in the next class. Okay, other devotees are okay. Anybody has any other further questions? But anyway, no, Pitrupaksha is already over. Still, you people are questioning. See, basically, the point of offering Shraddha is not because they are in Pitraloka or wherever they are. It does not matter. Wherever they may be. Offering Shraddha means expressing our gratitude to our parents and grandparents for what they have done to us. They have done so much for us. So we need, it is our responsibility to express our gratitude to them following some Vedic ritual and also other associated. But anyway, the traditionally people are following as per the Vedic injunctions. One among the Vedas mainly proclaim Karma Yoga. The part of Karma Yoga is enabling them to stay in the Swargaloka or Pitraloka for a prolonged time period. But we being devotees, we should perform the same Shraddha rites in Vaishnava way, not in a Karma Yoga way. The people generally who perform not only Karma Yoga means performing them in the mode of goodness. But people in general nowadays, we see people around us, those who performed Shraddha rites last this thing, maybe the people who are nearby holy place, they might come to holy place, they might perform by a priest on the bank of the holy place, they may offer that Pitru Tarpana in the Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, such kind of holy river, that is fine. But in the villages, what do they do? Even they may call a Brahmana or not, whatever it is, what do they do? Hey, this person, he likes to eat this kind of non-veg, he likes to drink this kind of wine. They offer that non-veg and wine. That is called Pitru Shraddha in the mode of ignorance. It is also yajna only. Yajna can be performed in the mode of ignorance only. What we are doing there, while living, he performed sin. He is already in Naraka as a result of his sin. And now, in his name, we are performing more sin. We are killing an animal, we are offering wine. We are extending their stay in Naraka for one more year. That's how we are helping them by being their children. This is what happens in the villages. And some people who are moderate and they say that non-veg, they simply offer vegetarian food from general bhojan. They are normal bhojan they offer. That normal bhojan is in the mode of passion. So it may not be a grossly sinful, but minutely sinful. Even vegetarian food also is sinful only. You cannot say it is sinless. And then people in the mode of goodness, they call a Brahmana, they request him to chant mantras, they offer tilodakas, the Pitru Pinda they make and then offer into the holy river. They go to temple, offer namaskar, they feed some Brahmanas and they prepare some food in the home and then they offer it to the Pitrus, etc. etc. They will not offer to Vishnu, but they'll offer directly to the deceased people. So this we can, with the help of Vedic mantras, this we can call it as performing Shraddha in the mode of goodness. Yes, this will accrue them piety. This process, as per the Vedic literatures, it is being done. So it accrues them piety. If they are already staying in somewhere Pitrulokandal, they will be continue to stay in Pitruloka. If they are in the hell, they will be delivered from hell and they will be sent to Pitruloka because you are doing some piety on their name. If they have not done even single piety, also you are doing on their name, you are sending them to Pitruloka for 1 year by performing the authentic, authorized way of Pitru Shraddha. And then, for a devotee should perform Pitru Shraddha in the mode of pure goodness, transcendental way, in a Vaishnava way, that prepare the bhojan, offer to the Lord, offer Mahaprasas to the deceased people, and pray wherever they may be, they should come back and take birth in the devotee family, practice bhakti, and go back home back to ordered. That is the prayer, and that will be the result. We are not allowing them to stay in Pitruloka or heaven or anywhere. We are calling them back to us. take birth in a devotee family and practice bhakti and go back to Godhead. All other things are helping them to stay. So mode of ignorance helping, we are forcing them to continue to stay in the naraka. Mode of passion forcing them to continue to stay in lower species or human beings here and wherever they are. And if they are performing Pitru Shraddha in the mode of goodness, we are helping them to continue to stay in the heaven or Pitruloka in a well situated place. And if you do in the mode of pure goodness, in the bhakti way, in a Vaishnava way, we are making them to take birth in a devotee family and practice bhakti. In a favorable circumstances, they are forced to practice bhakti, then they'll go back to Godhead. This is how the same thing, same activity can be performed in 4 levels and we can acquire 4 different variety of results. So what to perform, we have to decide. So like that. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much, Prabhuji.
So
Yes, Roji, thank you. Lot of things about Pitru Loka, huh? I was like, kind of a thing to think a lot about.
and not required. It's a common thing everyone knows from childhood, but nowadays being we are all educated by modern convent schools. So these things are never discussed or never taught or never seen so much. But otherwise,
Mm.
in village, people keep discussing all these things all the way. So basically, it's simple. We are receiving so much from them. We need to reciprocate in return to do something good for them. That is the whole concept.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
So I mean, even I'm really even in our home also it used to happen like this only. Even if you go to village also, it is like a very
Huh.
ghastly affair. The whole Pitru Shraddha is a big ghastly affair. They don't understand also. They say हम ऐसे ही कर रहे थे, हमारा पेरेंट्स भी ऐसे कर रहे थे, हम ऐसे ही करने का, बदलने का नहीं. बस you don't know, what do you know, आप अभी तिलक लगा के कुछ बोलने आए, चल निकल, ऐसे बोलते. They are very angry
Oh.
and very adamant in how they want to
Oh.
do. That simply we are simply extending their stay in the Naraka for 1 more year by doing that. It is better not to do like that.
Yeah.
So that's why it is said, Yatit Acharati Shrestha Sevaitora Jana. When devotees perform and establish how to perform in a Vaishnava way, then common people learn and follow. And we, in the name of devotees, have already become pure devotee. I don't want to perform anything because Bhagavatam says, Nakinkaro Nayam Runicha Rajan Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam. I am already became Kinkara. I don't have to do any of these things. Then other common people will never learn. They will continue to perform with meat and wine, and we don't perform, and our children will never learn what to do, what not to do.
The concern is about the next generation only, because if I talk about us, our generation, what we do is we call Brahman, we feed them prasad, we
Hmm.
give them some donations, like some Lakshmi.
But that is not
And
complete. We should also follow the traditional way, how it is being prescribed.
so now that's what I was trying to tell you, that nowadays even the Brahmins who come home,
Hmm.
they don't see, we do the elaborate process for the first 13 days after the anybody is passing away, right?
No,
Those
that time we
13 days.
do. That time we
Huh,
elaborately we do. Without fail we do. But this is a
yeah.
yearly procedure.
So that this yearly process में ना प्रभु जी वो ब्राह्मण लोग घर पे आते हैं, they take
Hmm.
nice prasad, we feed them nice, we give them good Lakshmi. Apart from there, I don't think anything is happening there. So this is why I was
Yeah.
also thinking कि क्या करना
Yeah.
है.
So we are doing partially. We are following few aspects of the same ritual.
Hmm.
So see now there is another point to it. See, inviting brahmanas, feeding them, feeding dakshina, that is still part of karma yoga only. It is not even bhakti yoga. We have to make it Vaishnavized.
But we offer the food to our lordship and then give them, na. So in one way we are giving prasad only.
Okay, partly we are making it Vaishnavized.
Hmm.
Yes,
Uh,
Prabhuji, we didn't know that we are supposed to invite them back to take birth again in this material world and then perfect their lives and go back. This I didn't know.
see, for
Yeah.
everything there will be
We were
there is
praying
a
for them
result
to be
also.
delivered from wherever they are. by offering them
But they
prasad.
cannot be delivered from there, na. See, one cannot be delivered just like that, because just because we perform Shraddha, they'll not be delivered. We can only help them come in the association of devotees. We are only doing Ajna Sukriti for them.
So
This
what are
is
you
something
suggesting,
new.
Prabhuji? Just tell me when I said I offer so and so, apart from that, the mantras तो हमको तो नहीं आएगा ना, वो मंत्रा ब्राह्मण को आना चाहिए, तो वो तो बोलते
Yeah,
नहीं
oh,
है.
I'm not correct. See, we need to have Vaishnava Brahmanas also. Some Vaishnava Brahmanas are there so that we can do it in a proper, complete way. As of now, we are doing like offering prasads to some Brahmanas or some devotees and offering some grains or dakshina. Okay, that is
Hmm.
not 100%. That is okay. Yes, we may be doing 50% of it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So you mean to say you
Uh,
call a Vaishnava Brahman? Now, apart from our
if
temple,
possible, if it is available, we should call and do the needful, no, do the needful vidhi as it is described by our previous acharyas. How it has been done. Like we hear in Chaitanya Charitamrita, na, Mahaprabhu went to Gaya and Advaitacharya performed his Shraddha for his parent and offered first bhojan to Srila Haridas Thakur. We
Haridas
hear
Thakur, yeah.
everywhere. We
Yeah,
hear. It
exactly.
is not that we are doing some utopian thing, but we
No,
should do
but
in a Vaishnava way.
then Prabhuji, in
Hmm.
that also, are we like, I don't know, I don't remember if I've heard that there was some rituals or some mantras were, chanted
Yes,
for
yes,
the
yes,
song.
yes, 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 yes. For
Okay.
every Vedic ritual we do, there will be mantrocharana. Without that, the Vedic ritual will not become complete.
Mm.
And when we add Vaishnava way, we should also add Harinam to it. In a Vaishnava way, without Harinam, nothing becomes complete.
Mm.
In addition to Vedic chants.
Okay.
So, like that. See,
Bro,
for
just
example,
one,
one second,
yeah,
just to conclude
yeah,
this marriage.
yeah.
People in
Mm,
general also do marriages outside.
yeah. Mm,
We call Brahmana chants all the mantras in which there is worship, there is a worship of different devatas, are also culminates in Vishnu worship.
yes,
In our temple also Bhaktivedanta hall में भी marriage होता है.
yes.
Sometimes of our devotees, sometimes the Jains and all the people who
Mm,
are pro devotee community people, they want to get married in our temple. So
mm,
they also say that you can call your priest. So our devotee priest only comes. What they will
mm,
chant? They will chant the traditional mantras as well as our Vaishnava mantras.
mm,
They invoke the presence of Sri Radha Krishna as well as all the Guru Parampara. With their
mm,
blessings, the marriage being done, and there is singing of Harinam, and there is a distribution of Krishna Prasad. It is spiritualized. It is completely Vaishnavized.
mm,
What others are doing is in part of Karma Yoga, that is Vedic, in the mode of goodness.
mm,
And at other places, people perform the same marriage also with all the meat, wine, all these things, and
mm,
all the gala and all. That is in the mode of passion and ignorance.
mm.
And no one cares about whether the pujari is chanting the mantras or not. The muhurta is at 10 o'clock, the marriage will happen at 12 o'clock.
I
And
know.
no one cares what mantras are being read, what mantras are being chanted. They're only interested in photo and eating, drinking.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So that is ignorance and passion. Goodness means
Mm,
at least जब शादी हो रहा है सब लोग बैठेंगे आराम से सुनेंगे and they will respect and they will pray. So let these the new wedding people should live lifelong together and then so that is the mode of
mm,
goodness.
mm,
And Vaishnava way is they say that okay let they have a Vaishnava community and then Vaishnava family and then Vaishnava children. They all together go back to Godhead.
mm, mm,
So the mood you see, the mood changes.
mm.
So that is what even Pitru Shraddha also the same mood should include. At least I see it like that. Having heard from going through many times, I
Mm.
see it like this. I'm not sure I'm 100% correct, but this is how I see things.
It has to be like that only, no? Because
Because
then
Bhagavad Gita
what
chapter 17 talks about like this. Everything we do that is
mm,
influenced by the mode in which we are tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. And Bhagavatam 11th canto says Shuddha Sattvic. That is, we need to bhaktiyaize, Vaishnava everything that we do. So, like that. We need to make the ritual into spiritual.
True.
So like that. So spiritual may be ritual. Hey, you cannot do it without ritual.
True.
So I'll just sponsor in the path department. Brahman Bhojan, bas ho gaya. No, that is not complete. That may be required. That is 25%. Then what about the
Mm.
remaining 75%?
Mm.
So the ritual should be there and spirit should be there. Then overall thing becomes spiritual. So like that. Okay.
Just
Hare Krishna,
yeah,
बहुत time हो गया.
just one thing, Prabhuji. I was we did for my parents' side, we did Shraddha in Gaya, okay? For our not just our parents, but they do it for like many generations up and down, sideways, everything. They include many like 100 plus PD ka karte hain wo log. But then the Brahmins there said that after doing this, you don't need to perform Shraddha. It's done. Like, now you don't have to do. So I wanted to understand that.
See, yeah,
How
that
is
is
that?
true. See, the problem nowadays is we
Huh?
don't have proper fee priests. And it also said that we cannot do anywhere and everywhere. We need to do at a proper holy place only we have to do. That is also there.
Hmm.
On the bank of a
Hmm.
holy river we should do. Or
Hmm.
nearby a holy temple and a holy kshetra we should do. This is
Yeah.
a, I mean, time and place also important. Now we cannot do anywhere and anytime.
Hmm.
So, since we don't have all these facilities wherever we are living, at least
Hmm.
do once properly with proper ritual. At least if you do in Gaya once, it is as good as
Hmm.
being done your entire lifespan. So, after our
Okay.
parents pass away, how long we
Hmm.
continue to stay in this world? In
What about
normal
little?
scenario, maybe 25 to 30 years, not more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
meantime, we also become old and we also die. So,
Yeah.
that means if you do once in Gaya, it is as good as doing 25 30 times other places.
Acha. Okay.
In a
So that.
ritual, following the rituals procedure and all these things. Then, so what you cannot get is Vedic priest properly. What you cannot get is a holy river where to offer tarpana and all these things you cannot do. So that exception
Hmm.
is given. So wherever you are, you do the remaining things. If you can't do all
Oh.
these things, since you have already done Gaya, your exception is
Hmm.
given. So one
Hmm.
you performing there is equal to 25 30 times performing at your own home. But other aspects
Hmm.
which you can do at home, that you should do.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is
What
what
you,
we
what
did.
you cannot do, you should not do. You have given exception, but what you can do, you should do.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Great.
like that we can see.
Acha.
Hmm.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. A lot of clarity today regarding Shraddha, especially.
Yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji,
that's why it
thank
is
you very
said that
much.
in the past, now whenever people go on pilgrimage,
Hmm.
so first thing they do Shraddha Arpan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
First thing,
Yes,
whenever people go to holy place, na first they go shave their head, take bath in the river, then offer Shraddha to their parent, then they go and take darshan, take prasad. Because that opportunity they don't get. How frequently they'll be able to go to a holy place in a year.
Hmm.
So very few times. And that too, if they happen to go to a holy place on the day of Amavasya, that is most beneficial. Amavasya day offering Tarpana and a holy place is most beneficial.
Acha. Any Amavasya or this
Ah,
particular 15?
but this is most
Any Amavasya.
topmost beneficial, but any Amavasya is also most beneficial.
Okay. Okay.
So, I mean, if we are going on that day, that is fine. Otherwise, whenever we are there, so better do. It is in the past they used to do. That culture was there. Everyone was trained in that culture. So nowadays
Hmm.
that culture is no more there, and we are not seeing, and we don't know how to do it. So that way we don't do.
Hmm.
So it is like that.
And how about performing our own Shraddha when we are in this world? Can we do
Our
that?
own how? Oh, no, we should not perform our own unless until one is becoming sannyasi.
Okay. Because we don't know now after we leave this
No,
world.
we have to train. That is the responsibility of householder. Now we have to train the next generation. If we can't
Next
train, then what is the point of becoming householder?
Gen Z है प्रभु आने वाले सब.
जो भी है अभी जिनको पता नहीं वो ट्रेन नहीं करे जिनको पता है वो भी नहीं ट्रेन करे तो फायदा क्या पता के
No, but I've heard, I've seen a lot of people do their everything, before they pass. They even
I don't know.
organize sapta.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
they do.
but generally sannyasis do for them and then they take sannyasa. But I don't know if they don't have any children, that may be a different thing. If they somebody has children, they should teach them and educate them. Simple. If we do, if the children sees, they will continue. But nowadays children can't see because parents stay somewhere, children stay somewhere. They are in the hostel, residential schools, colleges. So we have given importance to education and job, and they are interested only in education and job, not in culture.
Okay. Thank you,
That is what is
Professor.
happening. That's all.
True.
हम उसको जितना important दे रहे हैं इसको नहीं दे रहे, so that they will learn that only, they will not learn this.
True.
So it is like that. Previously, at least in my childhood, if somebody Shraddha is there means the entire family relatives assemble. It is a big festival in their home. So everyone is there, everyone is witnessing every year. They know since childhood, the children are seeing it. But nowadays we don't see that.
Mhm.
So that's why the next generation does not know only. And there the question comes, all these are blind faith, why to do?
Yeah. Let's see. Our generation, I mean, I'm talking about my generation, we are facing both ways. So it's okay.
ओके बहुत टाइम हो गया, 9 बज गया, हरे
Yeah.
कृष्ण प्रसाद टाइम भी हो गए.
Thank you.
चलो
Sorry for
ग्रंथरा
asking last
श्रीमद.
minute.
हाँ नो फाइन. some devotees might feel hungry. Okay.
Yeah.
ग्रंथरा श्रीमद भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत